Okay, so this is my weekly video blog for my INTS 3330 class, Global Perspectives. This is my week 3 blog, so we're just starting to get into the meat of the semester here. This week was a very productive week. I think everyone in our group can attest to the fact that we all feel a lot more confident in what we're expected to do, and we also have a pretty good idea of where we're going to go with this project and what our end result wants to be. I always like to do my video blog on Tuesday because it's right after we have class, so we actually, get a lot of time to discuss and, really talk to each other about what we want to do for the project during the class time, so I really like to update after I've gone to class for the week. So that was today. Today is Tuesday, so we had class today, and today's class was great. I think we all got a lot of our questions answered. So today we had a chance to talk to our contact at the schools in Zanzibar. Her name is Erica. She was able to video chat with us online today during our class period. She gave us a really helpful presentation about how the education system is over there, what the adult education center is that she particularly works with, and kind of all the information she knows that could help us on our project that we're going to be doing this semester. So she gave a really great presentation. Her presentation alone answered a lot of my questions, at least, that I had written down to ask. And then after the presentation, she opened it up for questions. So we were able to all talk to her. I guess she's been living there for a while. We didn't get to figure that exact time out, but she lives in Zanzibar currently, so she is in interaction with students, she's in interactions with teachers, and also some leaders in the community. So she was able to give us a lot of really good information about what exactly the education system is really like there. We learned a lot of stuff about how disadvantaged these kids are when it comes to their education. Pretty much the entire curriculum is supposed to be taught in English, and they have to take 2 national exams throughout their schooling entirely in English to move on to the next grade. And as she told us in the presentation, for the first national exam to move up into secondary school, 50% pass rate for that exam, and then once whoever does pass that, the secondary exam to move up into the college prep level, 15% pass rate on that, because both of those exams are in English, and the students just aren't learning the English the way that they should be. And part of the problem is the teachers just aren't trained enough in English as it is. They're supposed to teach a majority of their subjects in the English language. However, many of the teachers can't speak English that well themselves. So they are teaching in Swahili, writing on the board in English, and, kids just can't learn that way. She also, she told us all about every level of school, all of the grades, but our particular project is more focused towards primary school. Specifically, we're doing first and second grade in the syllabus that we were given. So since I'm the group leader for assignment 2, last Friday I sent out lesson assignments for everyone in our group, and plus an outline template. So for assignment 2, we're just supposed to create an outline of what we want to do for the activities for each lesson. So we have 16 total lessons for this semester to figure out, and there's 8 people there's 9 people in the group, including myself, but there's 8 people in this particular project. So that's 2 lessons per person that were assigned, and they're just expected to come up with some creative ideas, look over the lessons in the syllabus first, obviously, figure out and then, write down their ideas. If, say, their topic is the ABCs, they might write on their outline, to learn the ABCs, we're going to do the alphabet song and a matching game with letters and pictures. And then they'll write down what kind of materials they'll need, because as we learned also in the presentation today, materials are very limited. She basically said that each student has a blackboard in the classroom, a notebook to write on, pen and paper, and then their tiny little textbooks, and she said the textbooks just, really aren't even up to par in the first place, so that makes the learning environment even more difficult. So I think that in the upcoming weeks, really what everyone's going to be doing is looking through that syllabus, looking at their assigned lessons, putting their creative caps on, trying to think of some really effective ways that we can help these young 6, 7, 8-year-olds, really grasp the English language. It's so important for them to be able to have conversational English skills. Because also in the presentation we learned that 80% of the jobs in Zanzibar are related to tourism. And if you cannot speak English or any other foreign languages, then you're not going to be a real hot commodity in the tourism industry for Zanzibar. So in order for these kids to even have success after school, they just need to know basic conversational English. She says that just a lot of them know basic greetings, but beyond saying I'm fine or hello, they don't understand. They don't even really understand variations of how to say I'm fine. So if you were to say, hi, I'm good, they wouldn't know what you were saying because they've only learned it one way, and they don't really understand, the conversational aspect of it all. So I think talking to the community partner today was just so important. It was really, really helpful. Even after we talked to her and she was signed off, we were all just sitting there talking still about how much better we felt, knowing what to expect more. And we got really excited because we think we're really going to be able to do a good job. And hopefully we talked about today our end result, ultimate goal would to be create a workbook with all of the lessons we've created, with all of the materials needed. Some materials will be provided in the workbook, and be able to send that off. And, they're actually going to implement what we make into this education system, give it a trial run and see how effective it is. So we really are a part of something really big, really important. And it's going to be really rewarding, and I think we're going to do a really good job. We have some really, really smart, creative people in our group so far. We've all been communicating really well. So I think it's going to be really good. I'm still looking really forward to it. So this is my longest video blog, but we did a lot this week and we covered a lot. So I wanted to make sure I talked about all of that. But up and looking forward into next week, we have a couple assignments due, not related to the project, just some assignments for the class. So we're going to do those. We have our first test next week, so need to start studying for that soon. But I'm just really excited that we got to talk to the partner today and get all that information, and I think it's going to be really good. So I'll check in next week and let you know how things went, how things are moving along, and any new developments. All right, thank you. Stay tuned.